promises. I'm gonna finish this race. I'll keep holding on. I won't let go of my faith. Standing on his promises. I'm gonna finish this race. I'll keep holding on. I won't let go. I'm standing on. I'm gonna finish this race. I'll keep holding on. I won't let go. Standing. I'm gonna finish. I trust him. I believe in God's word. Amen. I trust him. I believe in God's word. Amen. I trust him. I believe in God's word. Amen. I trust him. I believe in God's word. Amen. I trust him. I believe in God's word. Amen. Yes, yes, I'm a believer. Yes, I'm a believer. I sure not believer. Yes, I am. I'm a believer. Well, that was our guy, my dad, my mama's husband. But let me get everybody on the screen. Let me see. I have my mom. I have my sister with me. Courtney's not gonna be able to make it with us today. But y'all unmute yourselves. And Dee Dee is driving, y'all, so forgive her. Y'all know Dee Dee is crazy. So let me see. Let me get y'all unmuted and all of that stuff. Uh, let me see. Dee Dee unmute. All right, there we go. Cool. Uh,
Hey, everybody.
I was gonna say hi to everybody.
Good
Hey y'all,
morning.
hey.
Good
Hey y'all.
morning.
Listen, turn
Delia
my
looking
phone
like a
down.
bacon and egg sandwich. Good enough to eat.
Don't do
Please
me
don't
like
give
that.
her no, please don't give her no ammo, cause she feel real good.
Don't do me. I do. I feel good.
Man, listen.
And
So
you
y'all,
looking good.
I'm trying. I am trying.
well,
Oh,
listen.
go
See,
ahead.
and she driving, y'all. Look at
It's
this.
all right. It's just my thing, Phil. It always falls.
Listen.
All
So
right.
I'm happy that I don't know who those comments is, but hey, thank you for tuning in. Um, But I want to just say thank you for everybody that is tuned in with us as of now, and those that may jump in with us a little bit later on. We thank you and we appreciate you for your love and your support. But today is May 25th, 2026, and as you all know, our father, the husband, went home to be with the Lord on this day 4 years ago. And I was just talking to mom about it the other day. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but sometimes it feels like it's been longer than that. And this is the first time that our family is actually together talking about it in an open space. Obviously, we talked about it amongst ourselves the day that it happened, on our way to the home going, and even throughout these 4 years, we always get on the phone talking about it some way, somehow, and how it still is unbelievable. But I think what helps us out, and my mom and Dee Dee, they'll give their own side, but I think what helps us out is people actually still remembering who our dad was, who her husband was, not only just as a bishop or as a pastor, but
Right.
just the man that he was. And I
Mhm.
really, that's really the goal that I had for our family today, just to talk about the man that he was. Obviously, we know him to be a great preacher, great leader, servant, and all of that stuff. But there were so many stories and memories that you all weren't a part of, that we may be able to, share with you today if we feel like sharing that with you. But, our dad, big guy Danny, Bishop, whatever you called him, he meant a lot to so many, but we know that he meant a lot to us. So just to like open it up, how are y'all feeling today? I know it's Memorial Day. I know y'all excited. Dee Dee is in the sunshine area, unlike us right now.
Hallelujah.
So enjoying the weather. But mom, how are
Hallelujah.
you? How are you feeling today?
Honestly, I feel good
Mm,
because, hey, everybody, thank you all for joining. I feel good because in his passing, I asked God, I said, listen, birthday, holidays, the day of his death, I don't want to mourn,
hmm
like being sad and being depressed. I mourn his
Yeah.
loss every
hmm
day. Like holidays for people, it seems like for the norm of people that
Yeah.
is a hard time for them. But I asked God, I said,
hmm
don't make those days hard for me. I don't
Yeah.
want those days to be hard for me. And God is so gracious. He's so gracious. He has granted that to me. Do
Absolutely.
I hurt? Absolutely. But I didn't want to be buried in that hurt on these days. So,
Yeah.
I'm able to, well, maybe a couple of days ago, if we would have been on here, I wouldn't be like this
Right.
because I didn't
Right.
ask God to. I didn't ask God to take those days away, but the special
Right.
days, I wanted
Yeah.
Him to take that hurt away,
hmm
and let me remember Him, like He was that crazy dude on these holidays.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like for real, on the real tip,
Yeah.
I feel good. I do.
Good.
I feel fantastic, wonderful, and amazing.
Yeah. D, how you feeling today?
I am feeling good. The sun is shining. I'm on my way
hmm
to the studio. You
Yeah.
know, I could piggyback off of what mom say. On this day and on days that I have lost loved ones. I don't know. For me, I always remember like the phone call. I always remember like what happened, like that,
Yeah.
like that. I don't know why that plays in my mind on
hmm
those days. And I don't want to say that it puts me in a place because I choose to not, go into them places. But I always have that moment. Like I'll never forget where I was. I can tell you exactly where I was, exactly what
hmm
I was doing
Yeah.
when when Courtney called me. And and
hmm
it's like that for me sometimes I have to take myself out of that, like, okay, and keep going and try to just keep moving
Yeah.
because it was a lot, and it was unexpected, and a
Yeah.
lot of people don't understand. For me, I'll speak for me. Unexpected death is takes a worse toll for me than something that's expected,
For sure.
like, I said I wish, it could have been a heart condition and I could have flew up and held his hand until you know what I'm saying? Like you would
hmm
have those type of reservations. Like I
Yeah.
could have said, Dad, thank you or whatever. But just the unexpected and not knowing and not thinking. Like we weren't
hmm
thinking that. We know I
No.
don't feel like any of us was ever thinking like, oh, we ain't gonna have our dad or mom is gonna be without her husband this
hmm
soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me it's like that's the part that sometimes bothers me because
hmm
when I had moved to Texas, it was on me to call. Like it was like call your mom and dad Stanton, call your mom and dad Stanton, just let them know how you doing. And I
Yeah.
kept putting it off, like I'm gonna call, I don't want to bother them, I'm gonna call, I'm gonna call, I'm gonna call.
hmm
And I kept like letting the time go, feeling like I'm gonna have that moment to call. And I
Yeah.
like that, I regret that, like
hmm
all the time. Like I'm like I didn't get a chance to tell them like I was doing okay. I found an apartment,
Yeah.
like things was going good. I didn't get to ask for the money that I needed. Like I didn't get to ask, Dad, I need you to cash at me some money because I need some stuff. I came down here with two suitcases. Like I'm just being
Yeah.
real. I ain't get a chance to
Right.
ask for no money.
Right.
It's easy for me and Courtney to go to dad for somebody. We ain't gonna ask mom. We ask dad for somebody quick.
And
But it was like,
and he go send it too.
and
Oh
he
my
gonna send
God.
it. He ain't even gonna ask what it's for. But I was gonna be like, I wanted to tell him like, I got an apartment, but I ain't got
Yeah.
nothing. I
Right.
need some stuff. But
Yeah.
I didn't get an opportunity to even let
Yeah.
him know that I was doing well. That
Hmm.
Texas had worked out for me. I didn't get that chance.
Yeah.
So yeah,
I,
that bothers me.
yeah. And I'll say for me, today I think I'm fine today too. And I've been learning how to deal with it more and more each day, obviously, but always not like wallowing in sorrow, not just laying in the sorrow, and always remembering, good times and all of that stuff too. So I would say, yeah, um, I'm definitely not. It's bittersweet for me, just obviously because he's not here. But
Mhm.
to know that he's in a better place than here, I take great joy and pride and honor in that. Another thing I want us to talk about, and D kind of talked about it. If we do want to say anything about it, Dee said that she remembers, where she was when she got the call, and just the emotions of it all. I definitely remember when I got the call. At the time, I had this setting on my phone. If my phone didn't recognize the phone number, it would just go directly to my voicemail. So I didn't even see that I had a missed call. I was going to go get the vacuum cleaner for the house. And actually, like, if we rewind back a little bit, that very Sunday, that last Sunday that he was here with us, excuse me, that last Sunday he was here with us, we went to go look at a house, and we were looking at a house, and then we had like one or two more to look at later on that week because I was on my way out of the crib finally, and he came to my room that same night, and that week we were on our fast for the month. We used to do those 1 week fasts throughout the month. And he came to my room. He was like, "Hey man, shoot, you getting ready to lead the nest, man? Proud of you. You know what I mean? We got another couple of houses to look at this week, but he's like, let me know what you need. We go make sure we put you in good standing before you leave the house. And he was like, I'm proud of you. I was like, man, thanks, pop. So those days went by, but then that Wednesday I went to work, went to go get the vacuum cleaner for the house, and next thing I know, we get a call saying, "Hey, we don't know exactly what's going on, but meet us down at the school." So I'm like, "Oh shoot!" So someone had called, was like, "Yeah, we think your dad had a heart attack." And I was like, "Whoa! All right, well, let me hurry up and get down there." Next thing, let me call my mom. And as I was calling her, she called me, was like, "Hey, did you get the message? I'm on my way down. I'll meet you down there." And you know, everything was just like just frantic and just like moving and grooving, and it was just so fast. It's like, wait a second. No, we ain't. And me driving down there, I'm like, well, shoot, he had a heart attack already, so he gonna survive this. We good. You know what I'm
Yeah,
Mhm.
saying? We
Yeah.
we straight. He done had strokes. He
Right.
done had a heart attack before. We good,
yeah. This
man.
ain't nothing.
Yeah, let's just go see what's going on. Let's tell him, man, no
Mhm.
more red hots, no more fried chicken, no more of that stuff for a long time.
No
You
more
know what I mean?
Pepsis.
No more Pepsi, because hey, indeed, one thing he would do, I would be out, and he would shoot me a text when mom would go to sleep. When mom would go to sleep, and be like, "Hey D, stop by Country Fair and grab me a Pepsi and some Cracker Jacks." I'm
That's
like, "Come on,
That's
man."
what we want.
Yeah, so I was like, "Man, shoot, man, when we get down there and he recovered from it, it's like, all right, Dad, we can't be sneaking off the Red Hots and going to get the Pepsis and all that stuff no more." But when we got down there, I don't know. It was just a different feeling for me once we like
Mhm.
hit the grounds of the hospital. It didn't feel the same at all. And usually when those health scares did take place, either I was present or my mom was present or we were both there. So
Mhm.
for both of us not to be there, and then getting to the hospital, that definitely set like a different tone for me. Not losing hope that he would, make it out of it, but it was just a difference
Different.
once we made it. Yeah, it was just different. It was just different. So that was my first initial feeling, and then Mom, I don't know what your first initial feeling was, but
So you know how they say hindsight is 2020, and just
hmm
thinking back, that was on a Wednesday, and we were
yep,
in that 6 o'clock morning prayer call.
yeah,
And
hmm
when after we prayed, he said, "I'll see you all in the morning." I don't know if you remember that.
yeah,
He
yeah,
said, "I'll
hmm
see you all in the morning." And so I'm like, "We got Bible study tonight." He was like, "I know what I'm
hmm
saying. I'll see him in the morning." I'm like, "Okay,
yeah,
cool, whatever." Regular routine, kiss, walk out the door. And
hmm
and even going back a little bit further, watching him ride a little shorter. He walked a little
yeah,
bit
yeah.
slower. He had the swag, but his swag was like slow motion
Yeah, it was a little
swag.
bit slower.
And so
Yeah.
yeah, it was a little bit slower. So fast forwarding back to that day, going to work. I was in the gym at another building that I work at, and I got a call from Kim Over. She was like,
Yeah,
"Listen,
that's what.
Bishop,
Thank you, thank you. I
he
was
had a
trying to
heart
remember the
attack,
name.
and I need you.
Hmm
Bishop had a heart attack. I need you to come." And we're at the school. I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Bishop who?" He was like, "Your husband." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So I was like maybe 3 minutes away. You know, I'm there, calm, and see. Let me put a pin right there. In crises, I'm real cool because I need to know
Mhm.
all the details before I go crazy.
Before I go
And
crazy. Yep.
then I don't want to go crazy because I'm gonna need some help. You know what I mean? I need somebody to help me. So I was cool. I get over there, and as I pull up, they have him. They had just pulled him out, and they were just working on him, working on him, working on him. And so, the guy that he's trying to stop me, I'm like, "No, that's my husband." I said, "I just need to put my hand in the door and pray. Are you okay? I just need y'all to move because I'm safe,
Yeah.
like for real. I'm safe for real.
Right.
I need y'all to move." So I
Yeah.
prayed, and I was told, "Well, I'm gonna ride down, with them because I need you to be okay." Okay, I'm gonna give you that one. I'll give you that
hmm
one. So Kim drove me to the hospital.
Yep.
She's driving, and I'm looking at her, and she will not look at me. She's tears coming down her eyes. I'm like, "Kim," I said, "Tell me." And I asked her about a few times. I said, "Tell me, what did you see?"
Yeah.
And she said, "It's not looking good."
hmm
I'm like, "Okay." And then I began to pray. I said, "God, if you take him, he wins. If you don't take him, he wins. We're in a win-win situation.
Yeah.
But I still trust you. Whatever the outcome is going to be, I trust you, God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna serve you. I'm gonna praise you. It don't matter.
hmm
I trust you." So then I called his friends. I called Bishop Mills and Lady Mills. I said, "I need y'all to pray. This is what's happening." Then I call Bishop Burt and Pastor Pat. "I need y'all to pray."
hmm
Then I called Courtney.
hmm
Courtney was a little frantic, and
hmm
Courtney is a dreamer.
Yeah. Yeah. Big
He
time.
has this keen spirit of discernment,
hmm
which is a little bit scary for her, and sometimes it's scary for me. And she knew she had already knew,
Yeah.
that this was going to be his end.
hmm
That's why I think she was so frantic about that, because it was already told to her. And then I guess sometimes when the spirit of the Lord tells you something, you just try to override it, but you know it to be true, but you try to override it.
hmm
So as you said, when we got to that hospital, I just then I called my siblings. I called my
Mm,
siblings. I wasn't calling everybody because I needed some people to pray with me and to believe like I believed. I didn't need no woe is me people. I
mm.
called one person. They was woe is me, and I said I gotta
Bye.
go. And I hung up.
Bye. Yeah.
This is the real from me. So
Mm-hmm.
I hung up on him. I'm like, we're not doing that. And it was just so unbelievable, the like you said, the atmosphere in the in the hospital. And when they took us in that room, I already know what that room is.
That family room. Yeah.
A
Yeah.
family room.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there. I've been there with other families in that
Yeah.
room. So I knew what that was. And then when
Mm-hmm.
the doctor, when she came in and said he was without, oxygen for 25 minutes and it doesn't look good, but we're doing all that we can. We go back
Mm-hmm.
and the nurse was in the bed, actually in the
Yeah.
bed with him, was working, 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 working,
Mm-hmm.
working, working.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he wouldn't want this.
Mm-mm.
He wouldn't want this. I'm gonna put a pin in there too. I got something for y'all so y'all can give y'all last direct medical directives that your family needs. I'm gonna give
Yeah.
that to y'all too. So I'm gonna take a pin back out of that. And I looked at my son.
Yeah.
I looked at my son and I said, that's enough.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I ever told you, but I thank you for um I'm gonna go back a little bit. Remember when you were a little boy and we were downstairs? You was cutting up in school, you was acting a fool.
Mm-hmm.
And dad said to you, you got to
I
get it
learned it from
together.
Dee Dee.
No, no, no.
and dad said to you, you got to get it together. He said, this you were a little boy, you were in elementary school. Said, if I
Mm-hmm.
died today, you're the man of the
In of
house.
the house.
Yep.
Yep, I remember y'all
You're
telling
the
me that.
man of the house. You got to take care of your mom and your sisters.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and when I looked at you and
And
I
he takes
said,
that so
that's cool.
serious, Mom. Oh my gosh. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry, he takes
And
that
it's
so
true.
serious.
Yeah.
I look, he the baby and you the oldest, and he act like you the baby.
Yes, he takes that so serious. I mean, he be like, Dad left me in charge. Boy, shut
Mm-hmm.
up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
I
Like,
know that's right. I know.
I'm
And,
like,
and for you to take that stand in that room and to
Mm-hmm.
let them know that's it, I knew that I was in good hands.
Mm-hmm.
I knew that I was in good hands. And I'm just using my little imagination. I believe everything that he had said to you growing up
Mm-hmm.
had hit you at that moment where you
It did.
had to girt yourself up
Yeah.
and take care of. I was the only one in that room as far as the your siblings. I thank you for that. So,
Mm-hmm.
yes, I can remember. I can remember what I had on. I had
Yeah.
on green lipstick that day. He
Mm-hmm.
kissed me. He was like, "You got on that blue lipstick." I said, "Oh, I can't say what I said, but I said no. I said it's green." And so,
Mm-hmm.
um, yeah, that I can remember all of that. But I want to say this, and then D, I'm gonna let you go. I thank God for the people that took care of him,
Yeah.
that went
100%.
into their mode of nurse, doctor,
Mm-hmm.
emergency response. Um, my lady, Shay Yule, Lady Yule, I
Yeah.
thank for her, how she was there. Dr. Angie,
Mm-hmm.
I just thank you, Bishop Brock.
Mm-hmm.
I even thank you, for being there.
Yep.
Even when the time when I went to get in the ambulance, he said, "No, I'm
Mm-hmm.
I'm riding." And I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, I'm gonna give you that one. I respect that. So
Yeah.
everybody that played a part in there on that day, I thank you. So yeah, it was. I can remember it, like it was just yesterday.
No,
So
literally, literally. And D, before you go, just a couple comments I want to show. Elder Patrick Lyons was on there. He said that our dad, your husband, he's unforgettable. Our family from Milwaukee, she says, love y'all, and your story is book worthy. So we appreciate y'all for tapping in and
Thank you,
tuning in with
sis.
us. We got another sister that's on here too, Jasmine. Jasmine, we love you.
Hey,
Yes.
goddaughter.
We love you, Jazz.
We
We
love
love you
you,
so
Jay.
much. We love you so much. Go ahead, D, if you want to add anything too.
Yeah, I want to say this before I go in the studio. On that day, it's crazy because I was my car had stalled out,
Hmm.
and Courtney was calling my phone, and I'm like, what is Courtney calling my phone for? My car gets stalled out. So someone was
Yeah.
like, answer it, and I was like,
Hmm.
I'm like, what's up, sis? What's going on? She like, you good? I'm like, no, I ain't good. My transmission just went out, so I'm going there and I'm telling her about my car, and she like, you don't know what's going on, huh? And I'm like,
Hmm.
no, my car just stalled out, Court. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, no. She like, you talked to mom? I'm like, no, I ain't talked to mom. I ain't talked to dad. I ain't talked to Daniel. I ain't talked to nobody. What's going on?
Hmm.
So now I'm scooting into this mechanic shop. So I slides in, and my car was like boop, and she was like, dad died,
Wow.
and I was like, what?
Wow.
She was like, he died. He had a heart attack. I said, dad? She said, yeah. I said, you sure? She said, yeah, I wouldn't be calling you, telling you this. She was like, mom called me,
Hmm.
told me to call you, make sure you knew what was going on before anybody else was to tell you. And I'm like, what happened? She said, Didi, I don't know. So I said, what are you doing? Courtney said, I'm skating. I said, oh, I said, what you doing? She said, I'm just skating. I said, you called me on skate? She said, they told me dad died. I started skating, Didi. I'm skating. I
Yeah.
said, okay, if you got to skate your way through,
Go ahead.
go and skate your way through,
Take your
sis.
way
You know what I'm
through.
saying? Skate your way through. And it was just like at that moment, I had so many regrets. Like I didn't call him. Like
Hmm.
I didn't. Like that's the first thing that went through my mind. And then I had a moment with God. Like, why didn't you tell me? I don't know if y'all remember when I came up for anniversary and I spoke a word to dad and I hit his heart and I said, your heart. You need to
Hmm.
go to the gym. You need to strengthen your heart. And I
Yeah.
remember telling them and patting his chest and say, Dad, you got to strengthen your heart.
Yep. Yep.
And I was bothered spiritually for a while because I was
Hmm.
like, God, you told me some things about his heart, but you didn't tell me the extent. Like, why didn't you tell me so I could have told him? Like, why didn't you,
Hmm.
like tell me so I had like those reservations with God? Like, I didn't understand
Yeah.
for a long time. Like I still was just like, why didn't you tell me? Like I always told y'all, like I told y'all at the funeral, I thank y'all because with dad being around, it made it not so hard for me not to have a biological father. Like he was really my dad. Like
Hmm.
he was. I mean, I got stories. Like, and he was a dad. Like
Yeah.
like a lot of them knew Bishop Stanton or Pastor Stanton, but you mess with me or Courtney, he didn't care who you was.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't.
Exactly.
He didn't care who you was.
Exactly.
I
Hmm.
remember, I was married and I was in front of the church in Greater Calvary, and my husband at the time we was fighting, and I jumped inside of his hood. Y'all know I was crazy, so I'm inside
Right.
of his hood, and I got him in the headlock, and I'm punching him through the window. Oh, I'm giving it to him, right? So I think it was Brother Gary. He ran in like the Danny, go get Danny his daughter. His daughter's outside hanging from this man's car. So I remember dad came down them stairs. So my husband at the time, he was like, you better get her. You better get her before I do something to her. He was like, you ain't gonna do nothing to her. I'ma get her,
Yeah.
but you ain't gonna do nothing to her. Like, I don't care what you got going on. Like, she crazy. I'm trying to get her off this window, but you ain't gonna do nothing to her. But
Right.
and I remember he had to proud me off of this window. And when he got me off that window, boy, he grinded me. Oh, he grinded me up so bad. He was so mad at me. He like, you got this Negro out here, got you acting a fool in front of the church. Look at you. I'm like, he like, then you got me and your mom embarrassed. I'm like, Dad, just give me my keys. Like, just give me my. You ain't getting your keys until after church, and I need you to calm down, acting like a nigga. I'm like, he was so mad at me. And it was so funny because he made me sit in the balcony because I acted a whole fool. You don't even sit in the sanctuary. You go up the stairs. So I
Hmm.
was in the balcony. He had my car keys. He wouldn't give me my car keys. He was in the front, just like looking at me from the thing. Like, I'm like, Dad, I'm ready to go. He was just he about me and Courtney.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was different. And like even through this time of his transition, like for Courtney, that was her Superman.
Yeah.
I
Literally.
talk to Court all the time, and we have
Literally.
conversations just about different things that she has going on in her life, and and I have to remind her, your Superman is gone, but God is still good.
Hmm.
You still have to rely on your source. We still have to rely on our provider. We still have to rely on our waymaker. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
That's
And
it.
it's not easy. Death is
Mm-mm.
not easy. And
Mm-mm.
I explain that to people all the time. I say after the chicken, all y'all Negroes is gone. After the show, all y'all Negroes is gone. Y'all don't call
Hmm.
nobody. Y'all don't check on nobody. Don't nobody say anything to
Excuse my
anybody.
sister's
You know,
language too, y'all.
I s- I get it from your daddy,
I was gonna
but
say she talking like her daddy. What?
yeah, I get it. I get it from him. So I
Talking just
remember
like
like
him.
if we just had it would just be like moments like I could be sitting in church, he'd come sit by me and he'd be like, "How are you?" I'm like, "Good." And we'd talk and he'd be like, "You know what?" And I'd be like, "What?" He'd be like, "You're going to hell." And I used to be like, I, I used to be like, I ain't even did nothing. You're going to hell. All the
All the
I
time.
used to be like,
All the
I don't want to
time.
go. I used to be like, I don't want to go. Hell no. And we used to be
Hell
laughing in
no.
the church. Hell no, I don't want to go. Hell no. And man, it just was like a lot. Like the times that people don't know, because they like, oh, that was your dad. I'm like, yeah, like I called for everything. Like
Hmm.
we talked. Like that was my dad.
Hmm.
And it was just it's still like sometimes I'll be like, oh, I ain't got nobody to call. Don't want to call Daniel because he really feels like he's the dad. He's 10.
I am.
You're not.
It's true. I am. Hey,
You're
listen. When
not.
they call me, they know what it is. They fall in
Don't
line,
nobody
man.
feel like
Especially
hearing it. It
especially Dee Dee. She fall in
it's
line. She like throwing. I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest. Yeah. I don't care about none of that. It's
she
me.
doesn't.
I'm Danny
Yeah.
Stanton.
That's mom. He really
You know what? I know he thinking, D, I just want to jump in. You said that he didn't play about, you and Courtney, which is very true. One thing when we become relationship and covenant relationship with people, we in,
Yeah.
yeah.
and when we took you in as our daughter, I mean, verbally,
Y'all
when
did.
we said that verbally,
Y'all
we
did.
meant that. And
Hmm.
with that, now, D, when people say, could somebody, well, I want you to be my godmom, I want you to be my daughter. And Jazzy, if she on here, Jazzy, no, we don't play either.
Right.
Materia, no, we don't play either. You
Hmm.
know, um, when people come to me and they say that, I always defer them. I said, well, I think you need to call Dee Dee.
Hmm.
Because y'all don't
We
know.
can have a conversation. Yeah, because
because it's not,
Y'all don't know
it's
because
not what y'all think it is. Like y'all think, and that's what I like. I learned over the years. Like I was just the bad one. Like I was different. I was hood. I was street. Courtney and Daniel weren't raised like that. So it was
Mhm.
like when I came into the picture, it was like, oh no, nigga, this ain't how we act over here. Like I'm like,
Nope.
I don't.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah.
Ah, I got in trouble. I used to always get in trouble. And Daniel was little, but he used to be standing. He was always walk back and forth up in that hallway and just be listening, getting it
Yep.
all in, taking it all in, walking back and forth. And Courtney used to just be standing there like, sister,
Mm-hmm.
gosh.
Yeah.
Like I don't like I had left Heavenly there. I ain't leave her no clothes. I ain't leave
Nothing.
her nothing. I got there. Ooh, wee! When I tell you, I don't think I've ever been that scared of nobody. I was like,
I was
well, Dad,
scared.
he's talking about, where were you at? Well, Danny, just let her. He like, no. Mom's like, well,
I
you
can't do
was
nothing about this
trying
one.
that day. Mom, you was trying that day. You was trying.
I
You did
was.
kept saying, well, Danny, let her tell.
I
She
was.
might have something happened. Nothing happened. Delia, where were you? I'm like, well, I I'm here now. You're here now. You're
Mm-hmm.
here now. So I'm like, well, come on, Heavenly. You're not taking her anywhere. You get
Nope.
out. I'm like, I can't take
you
my
get.
kid.
Nope.
And made me
No.
leave. And they kept her.
Yes. You weren't doing our grandbaby like that. No.
I was
No.
like, and I remember it even goes to, I remember Courtney was like, I have no example. You're supposed to be my big sister and you out here having babies without a husband. I used to be like, I'm sorry. She was like, I don't have anybody but the Sawyers to look at. You're just terrible. I'm like, Courtney,
And
Courtney,
they
don't
were
do
some good
that.
examples. Look, those
They
soldiers
were.
were some good
Okay.
examples.
Oh
She
my
was like,
Yeah.
I don't
God.
have any. You're my sister. Who am I supposed to talk to? I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to do that. You're not doing better. I'm like, oh, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. They say, hey, you
We
right, Aunt Sonya. I'm the dad now. You know what I'm saying? So,
he's
you
not
know,
my dad.
you know,
yeah.
Didi know what it is. And I'll even say this, just like rewinding a little bit, like what you said, that conversation me and my dad had, that was right. I was probably like about 6 or 7 years old. I was in the first or second grade, and that was right after the great Durfee Wells Senior had passed away.
Right. Right. You
That
are
was
so
that was
right.
that was right after he passed away. And
That's right.
all of you that know him, he was a great man in himself,
Yeah.
great father to all of his children,
Yeah.
and just a great man overall to all the kids that were at the church. He got us correct. He corrected us. He was just
Yep.
a great man to look up
Yeah.
to. But
No
at that time,
nonsense. Very no
no
nonsense.
nonsense, no
Yeah.
nonsense. And at that time, obviously it was just me, Courtney, and Dee Dee. But the Wells family, they have a lot of siblings. Have a lot of siblings,
Hmm.
and they had people to look after and after their mom that were much older than I was. But at that
Hmm.
moment, he was just like, hey. You need to figure out what you go do because you acting up,
Yeah.
and if you go keep acting up, and it's just gonna create a long line of you not acting right. So here's I need you
Hmm.
to get it together because I could die at any moment. And that moment
Right.
I was like, whoa, well, you know what? You're right. And then for some people, they would look at that and be like, man, that's harsh to say to a 7-year old kid. But if we're being honest,
Hmm.
at that time, that was something that I definitely needed to hear. And
Hmm.
that was something that I really wanted. I think that really helped me out in the long run for sure. Um, just
Hmm.
hearing that, and then like you said, leading up to that moment, because at for a little bit I was being selfish because that was the year that he was getting consecrated at convocation and all of that stuff, and he had worked hard to do this bishopric stuff, and had all of his vestments and all of this stuff, and everything else. So I was
But
kind
look,
of selfish.
he was online for 3 years.
Yeah, he was online for a few years. Him and shout out to his line brothers and line sister, who we got Bishop Mans, Bishop Sloss, Bishop Williams, Bishop Strickland, and Bishop Shay Bearden. I feel like I'm missing somebody else,
I know it
but
does feel like that.
yeah, I feel like I'm missing someone. But I was being selfish in that moment. Like, nah, hold up, wait. Pop's supposed to get consecrated. Nah, you got to raise him up. But as they were working on
Right,
him, it was just like, you know what? Nah, it's cool. Who wants to be a bishop that bad? If I'm already
right,
in heaven, I ain't coming back down here to be no bishop. I'm staying in heaven, brother. And
right.
another thing too, that very day he had shared a post from a year prior, and it was the lyrics to "For Your Glory," and he had posted that, and that was the last post that he posted.
Yep.
So I do believe that he had some kind of foreshadowing of him getting ready to get out of here. Like Mom said on the prayer line, he said, "I'll see y'all in the morning," and then he was that man was sharp when he went to work too. Like he was well dressed. He was always well dressed, but that day he walked out the house just like sharp, man. And then just him reposting that post that he had shared, everything just kind of started to fall in line. But many memories, many stories. One memory I remember, dad wasn't here, but we were on our way to the home going, and uh, number one, they came and got us late,
They
and
did
they
because we wouldn't have been late. They
we
late.
they came and got us late, and we were sitting at the house, and at that time on West 26th Street, the route that they took to come get us and take us there was a lot of construction going on. So I had called the funeral home like, hey, we want to make sure we get there on time. And if y'all know my dad, he was a stickler for time. If anything started 30 seconds late, he was gonna have a whole problem. He was gonna have a whole issue. So me, Mom, Dee Dee, Courtney, Charlie, we all sitting at the house like, hey, don't the funeral start at, don't it start at 11? Ain't we supposed to be there like now? So even getting
Yeah.
in the limo, getting there, we were about maybe like a few blocks away from the church, and we just started singing choir music together,
Yep.
laughing.
We
And I mean,
did.
but
We
even
did.
before then, we were laughing like we weren't even going to our dad and husband's funeral. We was in the
Yeah.
house cracking up, laughing. It's
Yeah.
a
Cause
video I got
Daniel, I got
somewhere.
videos. I got videos of you, Daniel.
We was in there
Yeah.
laughing. Mom was in the room like, "Where's y'all out there doing?" Like it was just a regular day. So we started singing choir music and stuff. I'll post that video later. And
I'm gonna
then
send you mine too, Daniel.
yeah, send them to me too. And then so when we got to the funeral or the home going, and my mom was getting herself together, her eyes was closed, and we all just got silent just because we knew, all right, now we're finally going to the home going.
This is
So she
it.
closes her
Mhm.
eyes, and like a little kid, I'm looking out the window. I'm like, hey, y'all, look out the window. When we seen both sides of both parking lots filled, and then people having to park on the grass, we were like, wow, this
Wow.
is this is crazy. And even the night before at the ship, um we obviously we knew it was a lot of people there, but until that next day when we actually seen the cars, we were like, whoa, it was a lot of people between those 2 days. And
Yeah.
um that's one memory I have with us as a family. But with dad, so many, like you said, Dee, so many different memories.
One of my one thing that gives me peace though is
Hmm.
me and Charlie was at the casket,
Oh my
and
goodness.
we were just standing there. It was just me and Mom and Courtney. Everybody had walked down, and
Hmm.
so me and Charlie was just there by ourselves, and we was just sitting there. And she was like, "Papa," And I'm like, yeah, Papa. And
Mm-hmm.
so she was touching his hand. And so I looked at him, you know, and he smiled to me. I'm thinking this is my brain though. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm tripping. Did this nigga just smile? I'm like, nah, Dad, I know you ain't. So I'm like, okay, so Charlie's still rubbing his hands. So I'm trying to give her, her moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me and she said, look, he smiled at us. I said, yeah, time
Yeah.
to go. And then
Mm-hmm.
even and then and then even in the midst of that, I said, he gonna stay with a joke. Y'all remember when his hand rised on us like boop in the casket?
Oh
Remember,
yeah,
remember?
when they started rolling them down. So y'all, let me hold on.
I
I
said,
want to tell this story.
yo,
No, I'm telling this part because this is at the home going, y'all. So
yes.
let me tell y'all how we were lined up because we were getting ready to close the casket. So it's me. I'm holding Charlie Ray. Or no, I think Mom was next to me. I'm in the middle holding Charlie Ray, Delia and Courtney. Bishop Burt, the Bishop's Council, they were behind us, and some other people were with us too. So, um, so we getting ready to close it, but funeral homes they roll down like the bed of the casket so it can
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
be
Well,
sealed
because
all the
I,
way.
I asked I asked to crank him down, so they let me. I was cranking him down.
Yeah, yeah. So you were cranking him down. So as he's getting cranked down, his hands were on top of each other, but as he's getting cranked down, his hand had like popped up and like
Yup.
went down. And Dee, this is what Dee says in the midst of this, y'all, as people are singing and crying. He alive, y'all. He alive. I said, Dee, shut up. Stop it.
I
Stop
said
it.
he playing us, y'all. He
He
playing.
like
He
he playing. Look.
playing us.
And then she go smack me, Daniel. You just seen his hand, didn't you? I said, shut up, Dee. We got to close this thing for people to actually think something is going on up here. It was y'all. It was hilarious. It was literally funny. It was hilarious. I was like, Dee, stop.
And Daniel looking at me trying to hold it together like, Dee,
Yeah, because I literally
going
almost
out
started
playing.
laughing.
Cause
I
he
was like,
played
stop.
too much. I said, yo,
Yeah,
he played too much, man. He played too much.
listen. And then even at the homegoing, the homegoing was a great celebration.
It
But
was.
when you got up and started directing, and then Mom came up and started directing, it was that was like boom. You know what I mean? And yeah, but that moment from the homegoing though, that was hilarious. Dude was
That
like, he
was
alive, he playing, y'all. Look. It was hilarious.
Y'all
She said
crazy.
he playing, y'all.
Yeah.
But I know Didi, I know you about to get to work
I
and
am.
do some studio stuff. Is there anything you want to say before we get off of here?
Yes, I love y'all. I do, and I appreciate y'all, and I appreciate the relationship. See, I stole this, but I paid for it, Mom. Um, I
Oh
said I'm
my
gonna be on
god.
camera. I was
Yeah,
like, I'm gonna
no,
be on
from
camera. Then I
bumping
said, oh, I
in
paid. I said I paid for it though. But yeah, I
the
love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Um, I do. I love y'all so much. Like even from the past until now, like y'all have always been there. Y'all stay there. I appreciate the realness. I appreciate the genuine love. I miss y'all. You know, I do miss y'all. I'm so far. I be feeling like that
Yeah,
sometimes.
definitely.
Daniel's a bully. Courtney is too.
You're right.
No one acts like I'm the oldest. If you would have seen the conversation we just had yesterday, me, Daniel, and Courtney on the phone, I didn't understand. I'm like, I thought I was the oldest. Courtney, what was that about? Wait a minute. Daniel was like, whoa, like it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. I love y'all
Yeah.
and I thank y'all. I thank y'all for just sharing that with me, just for sharing y'all with me, and inviting me in the way that y'all do. And I love y'all. So I'm gonna go
Absolutely.
to my little studio session and
Yeah. Hold on, wait, hey D, before you go to your studio session, because I forgot this. This is one thing I do want to play. This is a snippet of his last sermon that he preached
oh,
before he went on. So I just want to. I
okay.
always share this, but I want to share this with us on here. All right. Okay.
Be accomplished. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. My name is Danny Stanton, and I approve this here message. Come on, give somebody an air high five and tell them I'm a winner, because God said I'm a winner. And since he said I'm a winner, I can't lose.
That was his last. That was his last sermon that he preached, and like it was a lot of stuff that was very foreshadowing in that moment too. Just to, like, the little subtle mic drop at the end. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And I'm not gonna lose. I got victory and all that stuff. I was like, oh man, this brother knew something. He had to know something. But Mom, you want to say anything before we get off of here and before Dee Dee got going to her session?
Yeah, I just want to say, going back, how he would say, not ready to die, but I'm ready to die. He would
Yeah.
always say that. He said that for years, and he was preparing for his death, I believe.
Yeah.
And he used to always say, "This is what y'all go do. Y'all go walk slow. Y'all go to the cemetery, come back here and eat some chicken." And he said he really iterated praise, continue to praise God, to continue to be with God. And Didi, when you talked about how people, once all the chicken is gone and everything is gone, where are you?
Yeah.
So I thank God for the covenant relationships that have remained, that have checked, that have
Absolutely.
remained,
Hmm.
consistent. and
Yeah.
and also, I've learned over the years, assignments change for a season and for a reason, which
Hmm.
is okay. And folks' assignments, they change. And when I say
Hmm.
your assignment, even the relationship in our lives, with people, they change. And it's all good. It's all good, because one thing for sure, my character and who I am has not changed. I'm still her. I'm still that girl, and I just thank God for Danny's integrity. I thank God for his realness and his
Hmm.
truth. And I'm gonna say this real quick and I'm done. um Even though he was I say online, even though he was going through his bishopric for 3 years, and people wanted to consecrate him. Oh, we'll
Yeah.
do it, man, we'll do it, man, we'll do it, man. He was
Hmm.
so true and loyal to what God had given him,
And who he was
what
submitted
God
to.
had. Yes, he was committed. He was committed to that. So
Hmm.
I love that, the integrity that he has passed on to his children, and even to some of his spiritual children, that integrity that he has, left. But I'm excited. I'm glad for, today. I'm getting ready to make my way. And I always told him, I said, I ain't coming to the cemetery, but I be going to the cemetery a lot. So I'm gonna, just go to the cemetery. I don't
Yeah.
talk to the grave. I just look and say,
Mm-mm.
"Oh, I can't believe that he is here." I do what I
Yeah.
got to do, and I leave. So, thank everybody for joining us. Hey, Jawan, thank you.
Hey,
Hey,
hold on, wait. Let me tell y'all. Shout out Pastor Jawan Easley. Hey, that's a bad man, and that is my brother. And I want y'all to know this. He's gonna be here in August, so you better get ready. And if you ever want to see him in action, uh, they do these services called Fresh Fire Services, and they said it was a time last night. So that is my brother. We love you easily.
we love you
We love you,
too.
man. We love you,
And he
and
is international. He
yeah,
is
he's definitely
international.
he's international. He is Pakistan's preacher. Hallelujah.
Pakistan's preacher.
Literally. But I just want to say I thank God for my family. I thank God for keeping my family. And I told my mom this as well. I was like, people always ask me how many siblings I got, and I always say two. And obviously we got extensions and God
Yes.
siblings, but I always say I got two siblings. And they're like, yeah, we know Courtney, but who you? I was like, we got an older sister. Her name is Dee Dee. And like, oh, okay, I ain't never met her. Like, well, maybe it's good that you didn't meet her, you know. But that's my sister. I don't care what nobody say. That is my sister through and through, Courtney. That is my sister. Pray for my sister, Courtney. She was going to join us today, but I know this topic for her and just being out here, being out on the screen, this ain't her. This ain't her forte
No,
talking about this.
at all.
So we're probably
At
going to
all.
talk on the phone later on this week or today just to check in on her and get some laughs in. But pray for my sister, because grief never ends. Grief never ends.
There you
But
go.
and we're praying for everybody that has lost their parents as well
Yes.
too. You know, and even those that have lost both their natural father and their spiritual father as well, the spiritual leader of their families, we're praying for you. We know it's not an easy task to go through, and
No.
you wish things could stay the same even after death, but sometimes that's not the portion that we get. But the
Hmm.
love still remains for all of those that were connected with us even while he
Oh,
was here
absolutely.
through his death.
Yes.
Hey Didi, if you need to jump off, Didi, you could go ahead if you need to jump off.
All right. I love y'all. I will see
Lo-
y'all. Talk to y'all soon.
okay,
All right.
love you too, D.
Bye bye.
But and like I was saying too, a lot of blessings came from his transition, and a lot of things happened from his transition, and I'm just thankful that what he taught me is still fueling me to do what I'm doing outside of like ministry. But just as a man, I found my wife after my dad passed away.
Yes.
And shoot, you already know we expecting a little Stanton to come along as well too. Um,
D3.
so we're excited about that. But just all of the relationships that my dad had, and I'm gonna rattle off some names just because I can. If I can forget people, I'm sorry. Charge it to my head, not my heart. But even going back. Shout out to Bishop Brock, getting him in that ambulance and riding with him. My dad walked with him very closely. Shout out to Miss Kim Overton for driving my mom to the hospital. Shout out to my sister, First Lady Shay Yule. She's gonna always be connected to us and to this story. She was trying to resuscitate him as much as she could to get him back up and going. She did all she could, and we
Yes.
appreciate her
Thank you, my
for that.
lady.
Yeah, we appreciate her for that. We appreciate. I just thought, oh, Bishop Thomas, one of my dad's closest friends. He has been checking in on me since my dad has passed. Thankful for him. Thankful for my brothers Matthew Hughes and Jawan Easley and my sister Shaparis Easley, Miranda. I'm thankful for y'all. They check on me periodically, always having fun and joking, but sometimes they'll check on me when dates like this come up, or anniversaries or death anniversaries come up like this, just to check on me. So I'm thankful for them. I'm thankful for my wife's parents, my mom and my pop, for just jumping in and sharing and giving us love, even not even meeting my father. They've been with us since his transition. I'm thankful for everybody that played a part in the homegoing. My godfather, Bishop Gavin, Lady
Thank
Gavin,
you.
Bishop
Yes.
Burt,
Yes.
Pastor Pat. I'm thankful for Greater Calvary, Greater New Birth, Grace International, everybody, just everybody. I can't name everyone. Another special shout out too to my guy, my uncle Bishop Jeff Davis. He checks on me periodically, and I remember my dad had an episode out during Grace one year where he had a heart attack, and he was standing right there next to my
Right there.
dad until
Yeah.
we got into that ambulance. So I thank God for Bishop Jeff and Lady Jackie as well, and their love that they send. Sister Lisa, she was just on here. So many people that we are connected to. Sabrina, that's another daughter that my mom and
Yeah.
my dad adopted. So
Yeah.
many of y'all, so many of y'all. So I'm gonna stop trying to name people, but I just want y'all to know.
Bishop Rosalia.
Oh yeah, Aunt Rosonia, we
Oh my
love you.
God.
Thank you so
Pat
much.
Clark,
Pat Clark,
Pastor Taylor, and
Pastor Taylor,
Deacon
my
Taylor.
godmom, Pastor
Oh, Jesus.
Taylor. Go ahead, name. We can name a whole lot of
We'll be
people.
on here all
We'll
day.
be on here all day, literally all
Yeah.
day. And I'm thankful for the men of God that ran after my dad when he was in the streets. Elder Braxton
Vaughn.
Vaughn.
Yeah.
Who else? I think he was Deacon Kemp at the time. I
Yeah.
want to. Who
Gordon.
else? Deacon Gordon.
John
Deacon
Gordon.
Sawyer.
Sawyer.
So many
So
people.
many.
Deacon Luther Gibbs. We thank God for them. There's so many of you guys, your families that are going to always be attached to us. We love all of y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all so much. And even like I said, the late great Durfee Wells Sr. We love the Wells family as well. Shout out to them.
Amen. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously
Bishop Mills.
Bishop Mills, yeah,
Yeah.
Pastor Mills, Pastor Margaret Benson, all of them.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
many
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
that we
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
name that helped him shape his ministry, helped him shape himself as a man, and it trickled down to my mom, myself, and my sisters, and those that came in contact with us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to friendship.
Yeah.
I know we're not there,
Absolutely.
but friendship is going to always have a huge space in our
Absolutely.
heart. We were there
Absolutely.
for what, 15 years, 14, 15 years,
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
2008 all the way up to 23, 24, I
Yeah.
want to say. So we're thankful for them, thankful for Greta Calvary, for that being the
Yes.
training ground and the stumping ground.
Oh my
Thankful for
gosh.
people
Yes.
people like Bishop Stanley K. Smith, giving him opportunity to lead and to teach.
Oh, Reverend
People
Green. Oh my
Reverend Dr.
God.
Alan B. Green. We thankful for him. The guidance that he gave.
Bishop
God bless him.
Brown.
Bishop, yeah, Uncle Brown, Uncle Gary Brown, Bishop Brown. We're thankful for him.
Yeah.
So many,
Yeah.
so many of y'all, and the reason I'm saying all of these names is because he would talk about y'all all the time.
Exactly, because he was in covenant relationship, and even Durfee Wells, the pastor of
Hmm.
Friendship Now,
Yeah.
how he because my husband wasn't big on no armor bearer,
Mm-mm.
he wasn't big, but
Mm-mm.
he served my husband,
Very
and he
well.
instilled
Very
so
well.
much and so many good things in him. So we appreciate you, Durfee Wells. We appreciate you,
Yeah.
Durfee Wells Jr. And also Marcus Paisley. We
Marcus
appreciate
Paisley.
you.
Yeah.
Cousin
Yeah.
husband, we appreciate you.
Taking time out y'all day to get them to airports, get them to whatever he needed to
Yes,
go, traveling with him when I couldn't or when my mom couldn't. We appreciate
yes.
y'all. That doesn't
The
go.
greatest barber this side of heaven, Danny Allen.
Yeah, shout out Uncle Danny. You know what I'm saying? Another son just popped on, Lonnie Sherrard. I know that don't say his name on the
Oh my
comments, but shout
goodness.
out Lonnie. Lonnie, you
Oh
already
my
know.
gosh.
We know
Yes.
you had your dad and your mom, but you took my mom and my dad from me from time. So I love you, bro. The love still remains there. But like I said, we appreciate everybody. We appreciate the love
Yeah.
that y'all continue to show
Yeah.
us. And even if you're showing love from afar and we don't know it, we love you. We
We
we,
love
we
you.
truly do. We love you. And if y'all know where to find us. Y'all definitely know where to find me too. So, excuse me. I want y'all to have a great holiday. Have a
Yes.
great time with your family. Excuse me again. Wow. I
Mhm.
want y'all to have a great time with your family today. Create memories. What's up, Mom?
All right, listen, y'all. I love everybody on here. Who barbecued some ribs so I could come and get a piece?
That was my next question too. Who barbecue? Who got some
Woo!
burnt Smiths on the grill?
Yeah, where they at?
Yeah, you got some hamburgers with no cheese or cheese,
Listen,
whatever you got.
listen, y'all. I ain't barbecued nothing in 4 years since my husband been gone. So guess what? I need a piece of barbecue from somebody.
Now,
And
usually,
I ain't
y'all,
joking, I'm for real.
so since my dad passed, I had been the one grilling. This year, I don't think I'm gonna do it. My guy, Big Curry, I'll see you at work tomorrow, brother. Naomi, yeah, we love you too, and thank you for sharing your kids with my parents and allowing them to pour into
And be
those
God
babies.
parents.
Yeah.
Love you,
Oh,
Naomi. Thank you,
Felicia
love.
too. Felicia, we love you. You know what I'm saying? You got some of those cuss outs as a child. You know what I mean? Shout out Felicia. We love you
Felicia,
too,
don't be
man.
a punk. That's what he told you. Don't be a punk.
He said you
John,
wasn't no punk in the street. You ain't gonna be no punk here.
yes, got that right. All right, John Curry, come to my house, baby. I'm waiting, son.
Yeah, so nah, y'all listen, man. We love y'all. Oh, Darnell McLaurin, we love you too. And
Oh,
you know my daddy
Darnell.
loved you, man.
Oh my gosh. You know, Darnell, we shared on that back porch, on that deck, me, you, and Danny, I'm sorry. You
Yep,
know my husband love you to life.
absolutely.
And I appreciate you, baby. Darnell, I love you. I love you, man. I
We
love
love.
you.
Listen, we
We love
love
you, man.
we we love
Oh
all of
man.
y'all. You know,
Oh
I
wow.
know we were supposed to get off of here, but like I said, we can't express it enough. And this is our first time, like really, like sitting here and allowing ourselves to um,
To be
relive the
vulnerable.
moment, but yeah,
Yeah.
be vulnerable as well. And you know, like I said, it's thousands of people that we can say thank you to. Thank you to Burton Funeral
Yeah.
Home. You know, y'all treated us so well. Y'all did a great job. My siblings again, and our adopted siblings, and those. Shout out to Naya and Sanae as well too.
Yeah.
My dad loved y'all. The Stevens
Yeah.
family. I know y'all loved my dad, and it's so many families that we were in close relationship with that still remains as well. Even though we
Yeah.
may not talk all the time or see each other all the time, we love y'all. And then another shout out to the crew, Pastor Cook,
Oh my
Patrick Lyons,
God.
Jared Lyons, Jonathan Baker, Corey Cook,
Oh my
uh,
goodness.
Dr. Samaj Van Zant,
Jamie.
Jamie.
Oh my
Um,
God.
thank y'all for those late nights. Y'all would be at the crib. You know,
Oh my gosh. Yes.
When Pizza Plus would close down, y'all would come over to the house and just come out and hang out with my dad, and you know, y'all sharing with each
Thank
other,
y'all.
laughing and joking, and we thank God for y'all. Dr. Baker, thank God for Dr. Baker,
Yeah.
another friend
Yeah.
of my dad, and he took ownership of me as his son. So I thank God for
Yeah.
my
Steve
dad.
Simmelcare.
Yeah,
Steve.
Deacon Steve Simacare. We thank
Look,
God for you.
he was with your dad when your dad was a little boy.
When he was a little boy. So it was
Yeah.
always connected. So Uncle Steve,
Always
if you
connection.
watching this, or if you watch this later on, we love
We
you
love you to
and we
life.
appreciate you. We love you to life. We thank God for
Yeah.
you. So many more. Bishop Frankie Quinn,
Oh my God.
you know,
Yeah.
his prayer partner. We thank God for
Yeah.
him. We thank God for him. I'm trying to think because I want to thank as many people as I can on today, because if I do that, I think it's gonna make my day even more better.
You know what?
Um,
Even Pastor Luke, the one time he
Pastor
had
Luke,
the heart
yep,
attack here, Danny, he said, call Pastor Luke. I
yep,
called him right away. He was right at the hospital with us. So thank you. I mean,
thank you.
we are grateful to everybody.
Grateful to everybody, and one thing I'll say too, when it comes to relationships and friendships and brotherhood and sisterhood, whatever it is, some things don't always last, and some things don't end the way that you want them to end. So I just want to say publicly, listen, I may not talk to all of these people that we have listed. And I think
Mhm.
it's notable that I don't talk to everybody that we listed, but I want y'all to know that there's never any inch of animosity towards
At
any of
all.
these
Love
people.
everybody.
We love
Yes.
each and every one of them. You
Yes.
know,
Because I'm going to heaven.
I'm going to heaven, and I hope to see them there as
Yeah.
well. So you know, that's my thing. You never have to. You may not be in that relationship with everybody
Right,
that you
right,
once
right,
were
right.
in relationship with, that you grew up with, and that stood with you through tough times.
Hmm.
But you know, we just said, we just want to say, listen, man, we love y'all. We love
Yeah.
everybody. So
Yeah.
Pastor Luke, if you view this, we love you. Pastor Wells and Friendship and the congregants there, we if y'all view this and
Yeah.
y'all see this, we want y'all to know
Yeah.
that we love y'all.
Yes.
Whoever else that we
Absolutely.
haven't talked to since the transition, Bishop Brock, we love you too.
Yeah.
We love all y'all, man. You know, like I said, we don't talk every day. We don't see each other every day, and I know Erie is very small. You usually run into people, but you know, we love everybody. We love
Everybody.
everybody, and shout
Yes.
out Reverend Amos Goodwine Jr. too.
Oh my God.
The good
Yeah.
ones.
Yes.
We don't see you all the
Oh,
time, but we
and you know we got to shout out the nephew that your dad don't like.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to shout him out. Oh my God, please let me do it. Oh, and I want y'all to tag him too. I want y'all to
Tag
tag this person,
him.
cause so y'all can tell him I said I don't like him at all. But shout out to my big cousin, my cousin Pastor D.F. Hunter, pastor of Morning Star Missionary
Yes.
Baptist Church. We love him, but I don't like him. I don't like him at all. And every time him and my dad would see each
Oh my
other,
God.
they would say, "You know I don't like you," and he was like, "I don't like you either." And after he passed, he came over to the house. He was like, "You know we got to keep it going, right?" I was like, "You know we are." So
That's
every
that
time I
way.
see him, I always tell him, "You know I don't like you, right?" He's like, "I don't like you either." And we just get to hugging and laughing. So we love him.
Yeah, we love
We love.
him.
Listen, we love
You know
so
what,
many of y'all.
Pastor Yule, Marcus Yule.
Yeah, yeah,
It just popped in my head how he worked that homegoing service, how he
yeah.
served in such a great capacity, and and
Absolutely.
and, and another one of my brother, pastor nephew,
Hmm.
and that is Harry Yule. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, my nephew. I love you
Yeah.
dearly. Thank you.
Shout out Pastor Harry Yule. You gonna always be Pastor Harry Yule to me. I don't care
Love
what
you,
nobody
man.
say. You gonna always be
Love you,
Pastor Harry Yule to
man.
me. Oh, shout out to Firstborn Apostolic Faith Church of
Oh
God
my
too.
God. Yeah.
Man, Danny Stanton loved them and they loved Danny Stanton. So shout
Yes.
out to Bishop Roberts
Absolutely.
and Lady Roberts. And he, like I said, he loved everybody. Shout
He
out
loves
Mount Ebal.
Jesus.
You know, Mount
Yeah.
Ebal Missionary Baptist Church. Thank
His
y'all.
home church,
His
home
home
church, home
church.
church.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
Reverend
God is
Almer.
good.
Uh, may he continue to rest on Reverend Almer. Um, another individual, Pastor Tyler Foster Mannis,
Oh
someone
my
that
God.
became
Yeah.
in close relationship with him
His
before he
transition.
passed
Yeah.
on and before his transition. And
We love you,
um,
Tim.
love you, Tim, my guy, Timmy. I'm gonna hit you up too, bro. So many, the McCullums, Uncle Greg, Aunt
Yeah. Yeah.
Chrissy,
Oh
and
my God.
When Aunt Chrissy, when she won her judge seat, she reached out to the family. She was like, "I know your dad is finally done kicking me now since I finally did what I was
Yep.
supposed to do." So, and and even just bringing her up, she even shared with us like weeks prior to him passing that he reached out to her and prayed with her and talked with her,
Yeah.
and we had other
Absolutely.
conversations with people that said the same thing. Shout out
Yeah.
Elder Andre Lyons too.
Yeah.
For sharing those
Yeah.
last moments that he remembered with my
Hmm.
dad as well. The whole staff over at the school, Eagles Nest School.
Yeah.
Um,
Darcy Bronson. Yes.
yeah,
Thank you.
all of y'all, man, all of
Yeah.
y'all. So
You know
we
what? I want to
appreciate.
say this real quick. I know we did a lot of thank yous, but to all of you on, and if you watch the replay, what have you, thank you so very much. Just know that your grief is your grief. Your grief is your
Yes.
process, and nobody can rush you through it. Nobody can say, "Oh, they didn't love that person enough because that's why they're crying." You know what? Your grief is your grief.
Yeah.
Grief is not a sprint. Thank you,
Mm-mm.
Reverend Joanne Cook. I love you, my armor bearer. I
Mm-hmm.
love you. It is a journey. So walk through your grief. Don't get stuck in your grief. Walk through your grief. And as we were going through our grief counseling, and which I'm still in grief counseling, but as we were walking through with Reverend Joanne Cook, there was a part that said, God will never take anything from you that you need.
Yeah.
Danny Stanton, Bishop Stanton, whatever y'all call him,
Mm-hmm.
he was most important to God
Yeah.
than I was.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I'm important to God. Y'all know what I'm saying. So allow yourself to grieve. Don't let people say it's time for you to move on. You know, um, your grief is hurting other people. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
I can't help it. I can't help it when I post my husband if it hurts you. I'm sorry about that. But know that your grief is your grief and walk through the process. And I want to thank Grief Organization, Evangelist Gwen Wayne and Dr. Hattie and
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Kevin. Thank you for continuing to guide me and walk me through my grief journey monthly and weekly. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely. I want to share this. I want to share what Naomi said. She said, "Yeah, I remember he called me and checked me. LOL. I always remember that conversation. He was listen. He was good. He was good for checking people. I tell you, he was definitely good for that.
And guess what? And know that he checked me a whole lot of times
A whole lot. A whole
in
lot.
inside the church. I'm just saying.
Nah, yeah, yeah, and that's gonna be another live or another episode where we talk about that because shoot, when it got to the point where I got older and I was doing the media stuff and playing and everything, and I knew kind of how to do that media stuff and sound. He would always be looking at me like, man, you need to get this sound together, and me and him be going back and forth during the worship experiences, and he's like, come on, man, hurry up. I'm like, do you want me to play or do you want me to run the sound? Do you want me to run the media? What you want me to do, man? So plenty of those stories that we will definitely share. But thank you again for
Thank you
those
all.
that tuned in and checked us out.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, we getting ready to go steal somebody's barbecue from them. So
Yes,
we're looking forward to that. And we love all of y'all. We love all y'all. People are
we
jumping
love
on
you
and
to
jumping off,
life.
but we are getting ready to jump off. I know, Mom, you getting ready to jump off, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Whenever you done, I'm out. I'm out.
Okay. Yeah. So, no, once again, thank everybody. This is not a sad day for us, so please don't feel bad for us. And as
Mm-mm.
she said too, grieve how you need to grieve. Grief is different for everybody. And
Mhm.
one thing I wish I could have did different, and what I tell people to do that's like in ministry with their parents or works closely with someone in ministry that is like a father or a family member. Take some time away, take some time away from not God, but take some time away from that church building. You know, that was something that um, we didn't capitalize on. I wish
Right.
we would have just taken some time away, but when you're called to serve, you kind of put those blinders on and put your emotions to the side. But I want to
Yeah.
encourage someone, if you ever go through any kind of transition that is that heavy or that large or that great, take some time away. There is nothing wrong with taking time away. That church building is going to always be there. You know, your spot may always be there that you may serve in, but sometimes you just got to take that time away, and there's nothing
Yeah.
wrong with taking time away. So,
Yeah.
speaking of taking time, I want y'all to take some time to do me a favor, okay? And let me see if I can add this image in here. Yes, I can. It's about to upload now. I
You know,
want y'all.
and even in that, before he does that, take some time away. And for those of you that are grieving, and those of you that are just there watching, you don't know, being in that building or being in that space where that person used to be. You don't know what that brings up and the
Yeah,
people that are grieving. So
yeah,
have some grace, have
yeah,
some empathy. You
yeah.
know, put yourself in their shoes. Show some love and some compassion. You know,
Absolutely.
toward people, because being even me here coming in my house, sometimes it's heavy. When
Hmm.
I pull in that driveway, it's heavy. But just imagine, your loved one up there singing, or he's the preacher, or
Hmm. A
she's the
musician.
usher.
Yeah,
That's tough.
yeah,
So learn some empathy and some sympathy and some compassion. And if you don't know what to do, ask God. And
yeah.
sometimes just a hug and
Hmm.
that silence of just standing next to him makes the difference.
100%. 100%. And like I said, since we asking y'all to take time, I want y'all to take some time, and I want y'all to join us on June the 12th, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Community Missionary Baptist Church, where Pastor Marcus Ewell is the pastor. 1001 German Street, Erie, PA 16503, as we are having a jump start to Augment. And the Augment experience is still taking place this coming August. It begins August 1st. And we have some other things scheduled for the month of August as well. But as you can see on the flyer, my sister, my god sister, who we thank. Oh, and we gotta thank God for Mikey too, cause at the viewing at the ship.
Lord
Oh,
Jesus.
that woman sang in that place just like she does
Yes,
every other
she
time. But
did.
she sang in that place that night. But she will be singing in this place on June the 12th, 2026. Shout out to my brother, Pastor Marcus Yule, in Community Missionary Baptist Church for hosting us on this night. But this is just a jump start to what we plan or what we know God is going to do in the month of
Friday
August.
night.
So I want y'all to take some time, to come and be with us on that night too. So you can't say that y'all ain't know about it and that I didn't invite you, because if you're viewing the live, you seen it. So Sister Yolanda said, "This is beautiful." He was my deacon. He was in my deacon ordination.
Yeah.
Our last meeting said, "Yep, out in Meadville at St. John's." Out in Meadville. Shout out to Bishop Cameron Bowman, another
Yeah.
friend to my
Yeah.
father. Shout
Michaela
out to Aunt
Watson.
who?
Michaela Watson.
Yeah, Glowworm. Shout out to Glowworm. And shout out to my auntie Charlene. She said, "You are so right, big sis."
Amen. God is
Shout out.
good. Thank
So
you,
listen,
Karen, for being on. We love you.
yeah, we love all y'all.
Yeah.
Hopefully this was a nice little sprinkle of laughter and happiness and joy into your
Yeah.
Memorial Day weekend, and we appreciate y'all. I'm getting ready to get out of here. I have a wife here, and my mom. She's getting ready to go to going to the spot, the cemetery.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So yeah, we're probably gonna meet up and go there. But yeah, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Have a great rest of the day, and we hope to see y'all soon.